Assalamu alaikum. My name is Saud Shuwaikh. I'm student from PMU. I took an internship in Saudi Aramco for 8 weeks, and my experience was with there wonderful, and here I'm going to share you my experience there. The company is Saudi Aramco, as I said. It focuses on the petroleum production and distribution. The headquarters of it is in Dhahran, Saudi Arabia, and the key role in refining, the key role of the company is about refining and processing the crude oil and gas. The company has been established in 1933. I worked specifically in Ras Al Noura welding shop, machine shop, valve shop, which are relief valve shop and control valve shop. I worked for 4 weeks in the welding shop, 2 weeks in machine shop, and the last 2 weeks were in the valves shop, which is, as I said, relief valve shop, control valve shop. PMU gave us some standards or objectives to follow. We should gain engineering experiences and how to connect the theoretical knowledge that we gained from PMU to the real world industry or to the real world applications. And we have to also familiarize with the industry standards and machine functions. Eventually, I achieved the objectives, but my supervisor adjusted these objectives with a new, better one. Not replaced them, but it was been added. I gained from him a lot of practical skills in welding, machining, and valves maintenance. I understood as well the industry practices and the quality controlled procedures in the engineering field. Moving on to the skills that I have learned and developed, I gained technical skill drawing, understood the welding process, valve maintenance, and the machining process in the machine shop. I also gained key skills, engineering key skills, which are communication, teamwork, and how to follow the company standards. These quality engineer skills are very important. I noticed that the teamwork is very important, especially in the welding shop, because the welding shop is about 4 teams, which are planning, layout team, fabricators, and QA/QC, which is quality assurance, quality control. Each one of these teams have to follow and communicate together, have to achieve a goal and communicate together. If there was a lack of communication and one of them didn't achieve their job, eventually the final product will not be achieved. So each team or the whole teamwork or the whole communication is very important there. I will talk about the welding shop experience and what is the routine job there, what skills I have achieved. I worked in the welding shop for 4 weeks. Approximately each week of them was about at one of these teams, which are 1 week for the layout, 1 week for the planning, 1 week for the welding shop, 1 week for the quality assurance, quality control. All of this work was mainly about a defect notification that they should follow. These defect notifications come from the area engineer. For example, the area engineer sends a defect notification that is about a pipeline that found crude oil leakage. The scope is to replace it and make a new one. In order to do this main job, there are recommendations that should be followed, and this is recommendations as in the defect notification. I understood or learned a lot of skills from following this whole process with these all teams. I understood the welding process of it and how the process that has been done. Eventually, I have created precise isometric sketches in order to follow a defect notification that is in a restricted area. As you can see in the presentation, these are my isometric hand sketches about a pipeline that eventually has been translated to a microstation sketches above. I gained an experience and very valuable techniques how to turn this isometric sketch into this final drawing. And this final drawing was about a pipeline. As I said, it has been founded with a corrosion and a water leakage. I emphasized there and showed to the fabricators where are the new pipe is, and where are the joints that should be welded there. I showed some details and whether the plates of this pipe have holes or not in the elbows. This drawing will be sent to the engineering area who send the defect notification, and he have to approve it in order to start working and order the materials needed in the cut list of the drawing. After receiving the cut list and receiving the approval of the engineer, the fabricator's team will start their job. Their job was mainly about cutting the materials needed in order to gather it and start welding. But in order to start welding, the quality assurance team will have to follow and track what has been done in order to have the quality of the final product. The quality assurance shows the welders what is the welding procedure for this drawing. The welding procedure has been sent by the engineer who sent the defect notification. For example, the welding procedure shows that does this pipe need a preheat or not, and what is the maximum preheat of it. What is the welding process of it? Is it SMA, which is the shielded metal arc welding, or tungsten arc welding? After this pipe has been fabricated, there is a list that is filled by the engineer in the final draft. This list asks for the color of the pipe, the coating of it, and what are the tests needed for the pipe after welding it. So the final inspection of the quality assurance man, he will make some clearance test in order to check if this pipes is qualified to go back to the field or no. So I understood the fabricating process and the quality assurance quality control team process. After working for 4 weeks in the welding shop, I worked in the machine shop for 2 weeks. My supervisor, Hussein Hala, sent me there with main things that I have achieved. I have to understand some of the machines functions or turning machines functions. I mainly focused on the steam turbine. I also learned about the vertical pump function, how does it work and what is the inner components of it, how to overhaul it, as well as the compressors, gearboxes, and overhang the pump. I observed the step-by-step machining process of this steam turbine, familiarized myself with the machinery of this equipment and how to investigate the issue of it. Gained some insights into this equipment maintenance, learned about the steam turbine, as I said, function, and gained some practical insights into the equipment overhaul. What have been done with this steam turbine is investigating first, because it is found with leakage, a lot of like liters of leakage by hours. This might be come out from the mechanical seal of the shaft or the water jet. So in order to start investigating, they have to do a hydro test first. We did with the technicians a hydro test with a 75 psi pressure, constant pressure for 15 minutes. There wasn't found a water leakage there. So most likely the leakage is from the mechanical seal. We couldn't open the mechanical seal because the mechanical seal was from Flowserve. Flowserve are the producers for this mechanical seal. We waited for them, and they came and investigated the mechanical seal by opening it, as I said. There was found a damaged part. This part will not be damaged unless if this shaft wasn't stable. The shaft of the steam turbine wasn't stable due to the rotor. So due to the rotor imbalance. So the rotor should be balanced by the balance machine. The balance machine is a machine that's where you put the shaft and the rotor of the steam turbine and uh, remove materials from it by grams in order to achieve a balance to smooth rotating without being evaporated or without seeing a vibration from the shaft. For example, they can use it for impalers as well. There have been made a balancing machining for the rotor. There was found a slight imbalance, so they balanced it and got the rotor back in the steam turbine. But overall, the mechanical seal was damaged, so they ordered another new one, another new mechanical seal for the shaft. Moving on for my last 2 weeks in the valve shops. My experience there was in the relief valve shop and control valve shop. 1 week in the relief valve shop, 1 week in the control valve shop. I acquired there a lot of skills. I explored the relief valve functions and maintenance. How does it get maintained? How to overhaul it? What is the inner equipment of each valve? I examined different types of spring-loaded and conventional bellows. These are all by the supervision of Majid in the relief valve and the supervision of Khalid in the control valve. I practiced there the test procedures, the pressure test and the bubble test in the relief valve shop. I got deep understanding of the valve subs types as well. One of the types that I have learned about in the control valve is the globe valve and the butterfly valve. I have zero experience from zero experience about the valves before. So after leaving the valve shop, I gained a pretty thick foundation about it. So I can understand what are the function of it and how does it get uh, defected. I also gained the knowledge of the fluid control principles. In order for the relief valve to open, there is going to be a backflow rate. So the backflow rate might go to another relief valve, and the other relief valve have a percentage of how to take it. Maybe there will be maybe it will can take it without any damage. Maybe this will lead to another failure for the other relief valve. So I had a pretty thick foundation about knowledge about controlling the flow rate of the pipeline. Advices for future interns. You should understand first the workshop activities before starting. I don't suggest you to go to seek for task. You have to understand what is the work is done in the field. How do you get uh, well prepared as an engineer? What are the process of the product line of the shop? For me, I learned about the process of the defect notification, the welding shop before start doing the hand sketches. In order to achieve this, you have to be eager to learn and open the guidance. You have to be eager first for yourself, and then for the and then to your supervisor. Yeah, you have to find it deep in you as an engineer. Yeah, to get some knowledge or new knowledge that might be helpful for you as an engineer later, uh, and then ask for task, job, what to do, and so. Moving on to the interns pros and cons. There are a lots of pros for my internship. The pros was all about the practical learning exposure to the industry, and what uh, this was due to my supervision of this was due to the supervision of my supervisor, who is Hussein Halal. He gave me this chance to go to the different shops. As I said, machine shop, welding shop, relief valve, control valve shop were all very useful for me. But the cons of it was a very short period. I should have extended the uh, learning experience there. It was only about for 8 weeks on all these four shops. It wasn't enough. I should have taken 4 months, the double time, which is 16 weeks, or 8 months, 1 year. I don't know, but overall the experience was valuable. One of the cons that I have faced, or the challenges that I have faced, is not entering the refinery. I couldn't take the refinery access due to the safety constructions. This is all because of the Aramco safety strict rules. We have to follow this Aramco safety rules, and also the employees have to follow it as well. In conclusion, this was a very, very valuable experience. I took lots of hands-on training in the welding shop. For example, as I said, hand sketches, converting the hand sketches into the microstation, and understanding variety of drawings there. I didn't take some hands-on in the machining uh, due to safety as well, due to safety rules, as I said. And plus, the valve shop was a very valuable experience because I had zero experience before. I don't know what a valve was. It was a basic thing, but I got deep down into the relief valve and the control valves. I should thank first my supervisor, who was Hussein Halal, for his support and mentorship, because he gave me a lot of good learning opportunities in this 8 weeks. Thank you very much. If you are willing to look for the references, these are the references that have been used for my report and for this presentation. Uh, Plus, thank you very much. Goodbye. Assalamu.